it going.
Got him. Got it.
So this is Jack Duly's show. Don't know really how to start on this one, but we've got Chef Dave. This is massive.
How do you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad, man. And we've both got the beers in. It's a tradition.
Yes.
We've got them flowing. But mate, I just want to start just talking about sort of like your rise to fame sort of thing on TikTok. You started with obviously like your cooking videos, and now you did your boxing, and you're just massive, mate. So where did it all start for you?
So I used to be an executive chef. So I was chef for like years, and then lockdown happened. And to be honest with you, I don't mind talking about it, but like Mrs. left me, and it was a bit of a fucking depressing time. So and it was lockdown as well. So it was like I went from like working 60 hours a week, having a missus and everything, to like literally being at home on my own. Couldn't leave the house, you know what I mean, like a lot of people, and it was fucking depression which literally, like, I never thought that'd happen to me, you know what I mean, but it did. And then from that, I thought, you know what, like, I'll try and help people. So I helped out at food banks like 3 days a week, which helped me mentally. Like, you start to realise that you ain't got it bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, from there, we did 2,000 meals at Christmas for struggling families, and I made, like, national telly doing that. And then, from there, I don't know, I was a bit bored, I guess. So I was doing the food bank stuff, and then I was at home a bit bored. Never even like bothered with TikTok before, like. And then I just downloaded TikTok, just pissing around, doing like, trying to like cheer people up, you know what I mean, doing silly videos, silly lives, and then it just went a bit mad.
Yeah, that's usually how it is, mate. And like with like your chefing and stuff, for you, like what would you say like your favourite dish to cook is? What is? Have you got a particular, or is there one your best?
Yeah, so I'm like classically French trained, so I do a lot of stuff like beef bourguignon. I'd say like one of my favourite dishes is probably like rack of lamb with a nice fondant potato, nice smoked celeriac puree, and a nice like bordelaise sauce, something like that. Not like the arty-farty bits of bollocks, you know what I mean? Just like a nice hearty meal, loads of flavour in it, honest food, you know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Proper.
Because I think sometimes you can go over the top and like go a bit mad, you know what I mean? I think like, you know, if you just got a nice flavour, nice food, nice ingredients, and people will come back. I mean, we won Best Restaurant in Nottinghamshire, which is amazing. And the whole team worked dead hard for that. And it was like, it was, and I think the reason we got that is because we don't take the piss, you know what I mean? We just like use the freshest of ingredients. We're owned by butchers, so we had like meat on tap. I mean, our cattle was like a mile down the road. Our veg was like 2 miles down the road, so everything we had local, you know what I mean? So I think that's why a restaurant was a nice success, you know what I mean?
And then, mate, I mean, we've got so much to speak about in such a little time, and then you've obviously moved on to your boxing as well. You fought in the Simon Ed Matthews card. That for yourself must have been just an unbelievable experience.
Oh, mate, it was fucking mad, scary.
Yeah.
To be honest, with you, I probably wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for somebody fighting against. I mean, Aaron's my best mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it. I mean, a lot of people sort of went on there to try and like sort of, I don't know, maybe bring the career up a little bit or something like that. For me personally, it was like a bit of a bucket list. You know what I mean? Because like I've always wanted to do it. I've never boxed. I never thought in a million years I'd be in a ring, and I never thought in a million years I'd actually be boxing at the fucking O2 in front of like 3,000 people watching, and then about 500,000 people watching on pay-per-view. Like fucking hell. It was a mad experience. But like I say, I wouldn't have done it against somebody random, you know what I mean? But Aaron's like really hard lad, and I knew going in there like I was going to get battered, you know what I mean? But it was more the fact that like experience, it was, mate, I wouldn't do it again, but to do it, I could turn around to my daughter one day and say, look, I fought in the O2. Like, it's fucking crazy experience.
What, when you was there and stuff, like what were going through your head? Were you just thinking like, experience?
Oh, mate, I was fucking scared, mate, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, I got like, we were there for 3 days. So, you know, on the day of the fight, I'm like looking at my watch, I'm thinking, it's 3:00.
Yeah.
And in like 6 hours' time, I'm having a fight.
Yeah.
You know, normally you have a few drinks and like you have a bit of a punch up in car park. It's just random, you know what I mean? You're not ready for it.
No,
but like when you actually know, shit, in 6 hours' time I'm having a fight, it's like, oh mate, I was anxiety, I was like on the borderline having a panic attack, you know what I mean? I was like fucking marching up and down thinking, shit, I'm having a fucking fight in a minute in front of like loads of people. I had about 3 beers before I entered the ring.
Do you think it made it easy? Because I mean, like you're just a legend of like of TikTok now, and do you think it just made it easier that so many people were just there just to cheer you on, regardless of what happened?
Yeah, I think. Well, to be honest, our fight was a bit different because a lot of other fights were like beef and people didn't like each other. But me and Aaron made it very clear that obviously people know we're mates.
Yeah.
But people knew that when we entered the ring, but it's a sport. You know what I mean? People forget that boxing is a very fucking hard sport as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the fighting side wasn't too bad, but the fitness, fuck me, mate. Like, it's the hardest thing. I mean, I've been training doing like 4-mile runs, and I did 2 minutes in a ring, mate, and I was that tired that I was almost sick. You know what I mean? So like, people forget that. People just think, oh yeah, I can do a bit of street fighting. I'm a bit hard. I can go in the ring. Yeah. But honestly, mate, fitness. I'd say if I was like 5 times as fit, I probably wouldn't beat him, but like I'd have beat somebody that was maybe harder than me, physically, but wasn't as fit. You know what I mean? Because that was it that got me. It wasn't the fact that like I got out punched or anything. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't have beat him on points. I don't think it'd have knocked me out, but it wouldn't have it would have won on points. You know what I mean? But it was more the fact that I was that gassed out. It was like, it's hard, mate, really hard.
Did you get a chance to like watch any of the other fights back? Was there any fights that particularly?
Yeah. So I managed to watch most of them, and then we were in the background getting changed and everything. So I watched. The only fight I missed was El Brook's one, only because only because after our fight you had to go back, and then the doctor had to see you, make sure you're okay and everything. So I think I might have caught the last round of that. I think.
Now I was going to say, I watched a lot of
Tempo and what's its fight with my Tempo's fight was good.
Yeah, no, I mean I watch a lot of boxing, like any card that there is, and like UFC as well. And for me, that El Brook fight, I was saying to my mates that she boxed like very, very well. Like if you ever get
I won't fight her. You're fucking on with me.
That was going to lead me on to something. Like obviously her beef was with Astrid Wet, who I saw you had a little thing with a minute ago on your TikTok live. Do you think one day them two will actually fight, or do you think that's
I don't think so, mate. And I don't really want to go too much into it, but I don't know the reasons really behind it. But I mean, I think it all boils down to the fact that I won't fight her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd fight Astrid, but I wouldn't fight Elle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't fight Astrid. I'd probably do something else beginning with an F, but I wouldn't fight her.
Mate, you never know what might happen. You're taking her out on this date, so let's hope so.
I'm going to take her out on a date. I tell you what, though, can you imagine, fighting Elle Brook, but can you imagine, in the bedroom with Elle Brook? I don't think you'd ever saying anything, to be fair. I think it was one of them where,
you come out
you try your best, and then about 1 minute in, you're like, right, I'm done now. And she's like, no, I'll tell you when you're fucking done. And then she fucking drags you back in bedroom, you know what I mean?
Proper. I was going to say, I see quite a lot now with the group you're in. I mean, you've got Simon, like you say, you've got other mates. Do you think that boxing fight brought you all closer together now? Because I know Simon and Ed, maybe just to sell the fight, they hated each other, but after the fight, it was the respect. Do you think that has brought everyone closer together now?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah, because I mean, a lot of, some of the beef was real. I mean, some of the beef were hyped up, but at the end of the day, the only people on the card that probably me and Aaron were the ones that didn't sort of fall into that, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Where at the end of the day, if you know you're going to fight someone, psychologically, you're not going to hate them as such, but you can't be the best mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where me and Aaron were, you know what I mean? So, can you still see me? Sorry, someone's fucking ringing me.
Yeah, no, I can, mate.
Hold on. Sorry, mate. Someone's fucking ringing me and I can't. Can you still see me all right?
I can still see you and hear you, mate, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose that's the thing. It's I think, everyone is together now really well.
Yeah.
And everyone's sound, you know what I mean? But I think, even Ed and Simon, it was nice to see them cuddling at the end, you know what I mean? Because I think they didn't hate each other as such, but they avoided each other, you know what I mean, purposely.
Were you surprised at how that fight came to an end, so quickly, or did you?
Mate, to be honest with you, mate, my heart fucking sank. Simon's one of my best mates, and I didn't like that.
No, it's never nice. It's never nice to see it. I mean, when
and
we
at the end of the day, it was kind of on the cards, but it was just a shame, like, because Simon trained his bollocks off of that, you know.
Uh-huh.
And like, I think trouble is, it's like when you're in the ring, like you've got all this training and everything. As soon as you get in that ring and you're literally like this, it's like fuck, someone's hitting. And like, I think Simon just went in a bit too. I think giving it maybe I don't know. It's always ifs and buts, isn't there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, he trained his bollocks off, and he didn't have the result he wanted. But like, top respect for him. You know what I mean? But I do think though, if he maybe defended that first round, he might have gassed the other. Ed might have gassed himself out a little bit, you know what I mean? But it's one of them, like you can train for it. Like no one had that long to train. Boxers train for years and years, you know what I mean? And we had 3 months of training, which is like fuck all really, you know what I mean?
Do you think we'll ever see another card with the people who have just fought on it?
I think, 100%. I think they're already planning it, to be honest.
I mean, I'm not
going to do it again. They have asked me, but I said no. But I think I'm going to do more like what Tyrone did. So I'm going to go in and do like social media there, and I'll be in Aaron's corner if he fights him. I hope he does fight, because like I say, if anything, I think he did go a bit easy on me. And he's an odd lad, Aaron is. Like, I think Aaron probably would be Ed, you know.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Do you think that's a fight that we could see? Do you think that's possible, or who do you think Ed would probably fight?
Aaron would fight Ed. It's just Ed would want to potentially find somebody, and there's no disrespect Aaron, because he's my best mate, but I think Ed wouldn't fight Aaron just for the fact that like he'd want to go and try and find somebody like
Joe Weller.
I don't know, people he's shouted out, you know, because at the end of the day he's going to want the money, isn't he? So he's going to want that fucking £500,000 £1 million deal to fight somebody that's like maybe in America or something like that. But I would love to see him fight Aaron, to be honest, because I think Aaron would batter him. Yeah.
But what about I just said Ed versus Joe Weller? Do you think that'd be possible, or
that'd be good? I don't know though, because I mean Ed's is kind of big in the UK and stuff, but I don't know. It depends what the money is, isn't it? I guess because money talks. It depends what's offered, and
what about Simon? Do you think they're saying Greg Paul, but I think that's sort of a bit like
he's a nutcase, he is, mate. He fires machine guns in his back garden at fucking Rabbit's come into his garden, mate. He's got bazookas, mate. Nutcase. But no, I'd like to see Simon fight somebody a bit older.
Yeah.
Because I would like to see Simon actually fight, because he didn't really get much of a chance there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. Mate, I just want to ask, like, obviously you're known for the Yes Guys and the Stone Island, and I mean, even looking at the background, there's so many flannels bags, mate. Where did the Yes Guys come from? Was it just something straight to your head?
I'll tell you what it was, right? I had a really shit day at work. And when I actually came, I had a really proper shit day at work. And I come home and I'd barely done lives, to be honest. And I just did this video where I poured myself like a quadruple vodka. And I just did a video and I was like, fucking Yes Guys. And I had a shit day at work. I'm having a fucking quad vod. Fuck them. And then I think that got about 10 million views. Since then, everyone, I just had to sort of keep it.
Mate, and then you Stone Island. How many of them would you say you've got in your house? Anything like?
Oh, fucking hell, a lot. Mate, this is me fucking man cave, and I've probably got about I've got one here.
Yeah.
One here. What else have I got? I reckon I've got about 7. Oh, I've got another one here. They're just sort of knocking all over. Got another one here.
Just everywhere. And then, mate, I see you you're being brought into like clubs as like special guests, and you're doing tours now.
Yeah.
How does that come about, and sort of what does that mean for you? Do you just go to a club and get people come and take photos with you, and you just get pissed up in the club?
Yeah. So I'm working with the people that own Prisms and Cameos and Attics, and so I've just done a southern tour, so I've done 30 clubs in a month and a half. But they basically sort me out and like pay me to be there and stuff, which is great. I mean, it's basically like having a night out, but like everyone loves it because like it gets them tickets sold, and I get to have a night out with people and meet people. And it's been really positive actually. And then I've got my northern tour starts next week, so I'm doing 30 up north, which would be nice. which would be a lot nicer actually, because I live in Nottingham and like I've been able to go to places like Plymouth and Portsmouth, and it's a long drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know when you got 4 in a row, it's fucking hard because like you've got like I did what did I do? I did Plymouth, then I did Portsmouth, then I did fucking Brighton, and then Bournemouth in like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But the problem is you're getting home at like probably 4 in the morning. The hotels kick you out at like 10. And then you're having to like sort of like sober yourself up and then drive 100 miles somewhere else and then start again. But it's proper laugh though. It's been amazing.
So I was going to say about people probably think like it's, you know, they don't understand that, like you say, you get back at 4 and you've got to be up at 10 and people are like, to be fair, like, how do you handle that? Do you handle it well, or do you just think, oh, I'll get up and do it? Or
it's just it's all right. Like, but to be honest, like a lot of people don't realise social media. It's quite a lonely place, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like people might look at people on TikTok and Instagram and like YouTube and sort of think like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking always happy and stuff like this. But it can be quite lonely because like quite an isolated community because you always got to put your face in front of people and like you can't help read comments. So I'm quite lucky. I don't get much hate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like some people, you know what I mean? So I'm quite lucky in that sense. But like, I don't like seeing other people getting it, you know what I mean? And you do read it and you can get some right nasty people. That's why you got to be so careful as well. Like what you say, what you do, even anything, you got to like, if you're doing a video, you've got to plan what you're doing and you got to plan what's in your background, plan like where you are, what you're saying, you know what I mean? And like, so it's like, it's quite nerve wracking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And do you find like, do you know when you leave the house or you go shopping or whatever, do you get bombarded with people asking you for photos?
Yeah, quite a lot actually.
All the time?
Yeah. But I'm quite lucky though, because like my fan base is between sort of like 16 and 30, which is pretty sound. So I guess I'm kind of like a bit of a cult following where I wouldn't like to be that well known. I mean, it's nice on a Saturday night because like a lot of older people, they don't know who I am, which is me.
Yeah.
And like kids don't know who I am, which is mint. So it's like, it's pretty sound. So I know if I go on a student night, I'm going to get mobbed. But, you know, if I go on a Saturday, it's older people, it's an older pub. It's sound, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But I don't think, I like it, but I don't think I'd like it if I was getting like hammered all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you had any like, because obviously you are quite big on TikTok and people do know who you are. Have you had any quite like big people be in touch with you wanting to go out with you, or like I'm talking like other celebrities? Have you had any like contact with other celebrities? Like who's the biggest,
quite a lot.
Who's the biggest people you'd say you've been in contact with?
Yeah, quite a lot actually. Yeah, I can't say some of them because we've got like quite a big thing happening soon, but you'll see that soon. I can't say that on here. But quite a lot of people, to be honest. And to be honest though, everyone's dead nice. Like there's been a lot of people like off Gogglebox, a lot of like ITV presenters and stuff, and a couple of wrestlers as well. Actually, funny enough, it's quite cool. But everyone's just because the thing is, like TikTok's weird because like it's watched all over. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, the best one for me is when I got invited to Soccer Aid to do like social media there, and like I'm literally like. So I'm at the bar and all the players are around. It was like all VIP and everything. And then like, I didn't really dare talk to many people, you know what I mean? And then this young lad come up to me, he must have been about 13 or something. He was like, "Oh, you Chef Dave?" I'm like, "Yes, mate." He goes, "Can I have a picture of you?" I goes, "Yeah, of course you can, mate." Anyway, he had a picture of me. And I said, "Who are you with?" And he goes, "Oh, my dad." And I said, "Oh, who's your dad?" He goes, "Oh, Robbie Keane." I was like, "Fuck yeah, now." So like, I was like, "Mate, can you ask your dad if I can have a picture with him?" So that was quite cool. He come up and had a pint with him. That was good, actually.
Yeah. When you say like your northern tour, whereabouts is that? Is that sort of like your Manchester's, your Liverpool?
Yeah, so basically anywhere above Nottingham, pretty much. So you got like Manchester, Newcastle, Sheffield, Leeds, Leicester, what else am I going? Bolton, and even up to fucking Edinburgh. I mean, Edinburgh next Friday, so that'll be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking to you on your stream once, like you said, you've never been out in Sheffield, have you? Like, mate,
no.
You should come out, mate. Come out with us.
Are you from Sheffield?
Well, I live in Chesterfield, which is, if you probably know what it is. Probably like.
I know where Chesterfield. I mean, I'm in Mansfield, mate.
Yeah. Oh shit, mate.
They're literally right corner, pal.
Well, mate, you come down. We'll go out on the session, mate, and
we'll have a night out in Chesney, mate. Fuck them.
Oh, absolutely not. The worst place you'll ever be.
Mansfield, mate, it's horrendous, and I've been out there, mate. It's fucking horrendous.
Mansfield, on the other hand, my dad raves about it. So I mean.
Yeah, well, night out in Mansfield, mate. it's possibly like borderline Chesterfield, but it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. I just wanted to speak as well. Is like I know I've seen quite a lot of videos that you're giving back to like your fans as well. Like, I saw it was somewhat you surprised that young lad at the pub, and I think you gave him like a Stone Island shirt, or I don't know what you ever.
Yeah.
But how's that for you to like? What makes you want to give back to people?
Well, the thing is, if it wasn't for people supporting me, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, I'm non-stop on Instagram when you get requested messages, and I'm always like, as many as I can. I mean, I get like hundreds of messages a day, but as many as I can, I'll try and reply, and I'll send people voice notes and stuff like that. And then if I ever see the one that like stands out, which I did a few weeks back, this bird messaged me and she was like, "Oh, it's my best friend's birthday. He's a bit down at a minute. Big fan of yours." And then she told me it was literally, I think it was about 30 miles away or something. And I said, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it." So it's just the other day, if it wasn't for people like that supporting me, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So if I can do anything, I know obviously you can't do everything for everyone, but if you can do as much as you can, like, it goes a long way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, so I'll give you my address and I'll have a Stone Island jacket, mate. Yeah.
We'll send you this one, pal.
Oh, mate, it's but mate, no, I think that's covered everything. I just want to thank you for coming on, mate. I mean,
mate, anytime. We'll have a few drink poos down Mansfield, mate. Fuck 'em.
Mate, I'll be in touch. We'll sort that out definitely. But
damn,
all the best with you know, with your tours in the clubs and stuff. But mate, thank you.